Hello and welcome to In Simple Terms with Satish. Suppose a university wants an AI tutor, but student data cannot leave its own systems. Or a company wants an internal assistant, but the documents are private. Do they have to send every question to another company's API? Sometimes, yes, but open-weight AI models create another path. Download the train model files and run them on your own infrastructure. That is why this week's AI policy news matters to engineers. NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta, IBM, Hugging Face, Mistral, Mozilla, Palantir, Y Combinator, and others signed a public letter called Open Weights and American AI Leadership. The letter says open weight models are AI models that anyone can download, inspect, modify, and run on their own infrastructure. That sounds like policy language, but underneath it is a deployment question. Is AI only a remote service you call through an API, or can it become software you deploy, tune, secure, and operate yourself? With a closed AI API, your app sends input to provider servers and gets an answer back. But an open weight model changes the shape. Instead of only sending requests to someone else's model, you can download the train model files, place them on your own GPU server or cloud environment, and run inference there. Inference is the moment the model uses what it learned to produce an answer. Now, what are weights? A neural network has an architecture, which is the shape of the machine: layers, attention blocks, token rules, and math operations. During training, the system sees huge amounts of data and adjusts billions of internal numbers. Those numbers are weights. They are not sentences, they are learned settings. They decide which patterns matter when the model predicts the next token. So when someone releases model weights, they are releasing the trained behavior of the model, not necessarily the whole recipe that created it. That distinction is important. Open weight does not always mean open source. The open source initiative says true open source AI needs more than weights. It needs enough data information, training code, inference code, and parameters for people to study, modify, and share the system. Many OpenAI models give you the weights, but not the full training dataset or every training detail. So the honest phrase is often open weight, not fully open source. Why would anyone want this? Control. A hospital, bank, school, defense contractor, or large company may not want sensitive data leaving its own environment. A startup may want lower cost at high volume. A university may want to inspect behavior. A product team may want to fine-tune a model for a narrow task. OpenAI's GPT OSS docs describe open weight models that run on infrastructure you control while still carrying compute and maintenance costs. That is the catch. Downloading the model is not the same as having a finished product. You still need hardware, memory, serving software, monitoring, access controls, evaluation, safety filters, logging, versioning, and operators. You also need to read the license. A model can be downloadable but still come with rules. There is also a safety debate. Once powerful weights are released, the original developer cannot fully control every modified copy. But closed models are not automatically safe either. The current letter argues that open models can help researchers test behavior, find vulnerabilities, and build defenses. The real engineering answer is not open is always good or closed is always safe. It is deployment architecture. Use closed APIs when you need managed reliability, frontier capability, and less infrastructure work. Use open weight models when privacy, customization, cost control, offline use, or sovereignty matter enough to justify owning the stack. In simple terms, an open weight model is like getting a trained engine you can install. You may not know every detail of how the engine was built, but you can run it in your own machine, tune it for your workload, and decide who gets access. That is why this news matters. AI is moving from a product you only subscribe to into infrastructure that companies, schools, governments, and developers may operate themselves. The mental model is this. Closed AI is like ordering electricity from the grid. Open weight AI is like installing your own generator. More control, more responsibility, and a lot more engineering. If this helped you understand a topic in simple terms, follow or subscribe to In Simple Terms with Satish and share this episode with one friend who likes technology. I will see you in the next episode.